everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I am putting up a video for you guys in conjunction with the collaboration that Rach and Bella are hosting with Rach and Bella Crafts. And today my video is going to be about tea bags, and what I'm going to show you is I'm going to be using used tea bags to distress paper. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right in. This might be a quick video, and I hope that is okay with all of you guys. And right now I have an index card, and then I was going to also, if we have time, to distress a couple pieces of junk papers. This is a junk envelope that was embossed. This is some tracing paper. And then we have some watercolor paper, some book page. And none of these look too distressed, which is what I picked out so that we can show the technique. And what I do for the tea bags, I am using Lipton tea bags. They look like this. They're stapled and they have a string, and then they're folded, and in the back, when you open it up, it usually looks like this. I usually just rip it apart, and then I unfold the middle, and then I empty out all of its contents. This actual bag doesn't look as colored as these ones. That is because when I was done using the tea bag, I emptied it out right away, and then I rinsed it out so that I didn't have any of the grounds inside. So that's why this one looks a lot cleaner. You can even iron these and then put it right on the paper and use it as a medium to distress or add extra layers to your project. These ones, I used the tea bag, took it out, and laid it on a paper towel to dry. And then once it was dry, I took the tea bag, and it looks like this, and then it's all dry, and it's actually a lot more brittle when you don't rinse it out right away or clean it right away. So it is going to be a little brittle, so if it's too brittle, you could just break off those pieces, but it will have a lot of extra little grounds inside. All you have to do is just open it up, like I said, and you could just empty it right out, and it's nice and clean for you to use. So that is why these ones are a little darker than the other ones that I had. And then you have these type of tea bags. These are great to use as well for embellishments. You could just do the whole process of drying it out and cleaning it and washing it as well, and leave it on a paper towel to dry. And it literally takes probably 20 seconds to dry as well. So here I have, I'm going to use the index card. I have an index card right here, and I usually store them in a Ziploc bag like this until I'm ready to start using them. And this is, I just have a ton in here of different kinds of tea bags. And so I am going to do a little stamping with some Stays-On ink. And this is Timber Brown. Put a little here on this stamp. Okay. And I'm just going to do a couple stamps. This isn't going to be the end result. Today I'm just showing you how I distress paper using tea bags. Let me see, is that stamp up right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm just gonna stamp down here. And then what I can do also is I can cut this in half and use it as a journaling piece once we're done. So we'll get to that. All right, and I am going to be using some decoupage gloss, or you could use decoupage glue. This is just what I have handy and available. And I usually like to use the flat brushes that have like a silky finish. I feel like it goes on a lot easier when it is made that way. So I'm just going to take a little bit here like this. You don't need too much. And I have my sticky, my mat, the Ranger mat, so that it doesn't leave my surface sticky. Just put a thin layer here. And then we could get that cleaned up after. These mats clean up very easily. They're very like smooth. All right. So yeah, this ink also is not going to bleed because it stays on. And it's a solvent ink. All right, so we'll put that down. And let me just move a couple of these tea bags out of the way for you guys. So we're just playing around with some paper today. I'm going to use these tea bags to distress the paper. So I'm just gonna lay this down here like this. And the paper sometimes does curl when you use decoupage glue, but I'm fine with that. You can use a heavy book to flatten it out if you want. And see, tea bags are a great medium because they're see-through and you can see what you put down underneath it. And then even afterwards, after you've done all of your stamping or your decorations underneath, flat, of course, flat decorations, you can also, after you're done putting the tea bag on top, you can add some more stamping on top, or painting. You could add painting on top of it, and that would look great as well too. But sometimes you might want to also, in between the stamping or the painting, you do want to let it dry as well. So we're going to add another layer, another piece. Just keep laying it on. Let me get a different piece here. You can rip it apart and you use it as you go. And you see how that just distresses and I did not iron these, so I think it'll be fine. All right, it looks like it's drying a little bit, so let me just work a little quicker here. I just love the way it adds a little bit of texture and adds the distress to the paper without having to ink the paper, the index card. All right. Here we go. Going to add a layer down here. We could use this little piece. Add a little more glue. We'll just put that right there. And I love how you could just be so free with this. You don't have to be perfect. We're basically just adding a little layer to the project and making it look distressed. So there you go. You have your brown. It's all over the edges and all throughout. See, this is the back. This is kind of white looking, and then this is very distressed looking. Of course, it's going to look a lot better when it's dried. And also, if you wanted to, you can actually stamp right onto the tea bag as well. Let me get a different stamp here. I would like to stamp maybe the butterfly. Part of the flower we could do on there. That would look good. Let me get the flower off. on there, but that's okay. We don't need perfection. Okay, look how pretty that looks. And then we could even do a little extra if we wanted down here, or leave it alone. Maybe put a little more flower down here. All right, I'm happy with that. And then I might want to put like a bee or a butterfly on there. I'll use this little butterfly. Put a little butterfly on the flower. Okay, so we'll put a butterfly like that. And maybe one more. So I hope the sound is okay. I have a new mic set up, but it isn't, I don't have it set up right now and linked. Only because I bought a cord for it, and for some reason I can't find that cord. So I'm still using my phone speaker. So I hope that it is okay. And I know it sounds better when you're actually watching the video from your phone or an iPad, but once it is on the TV, it does sound a little bit muffled, so I do apologize for that. I'm still in the process of setting it up and finding that cord that I bought. All right, so we'll go ahead and use this piece. I might embellish one of these envelope pockets, tea pockets. These you can buy from Amazon. These are great to use as pockets as well. These are tea bag pockets. You put your loose teas in here to make tea. And it has a little drawstring bag on it. The first time I noticed, the first time I learned about these is when somebody sent me one in Happy Mail, and I was so shocked. I was like, oh wow, that is a great way to make ephemera with it. And she even had a tag tucked in. And so we're going to use that today. So let's see. Let me grab a piece of paper that I could tuck in there to embellish it. I hope you guys are all excuse me, enjoying the collaboration. I am still getting over a cold. I had COVID, unfortunately, for a few weeks, and the cough didn't want to go away. But yeah, that's why I sound a little congested. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the collaboration. I have been enjoying all the videos so far, and a lot of great tips, tricks, and hacks that everybody are showing us in their videos. So yeah, that'll dry, and then we will also use this tea bag, and we will maybe embellish it. I know I don't really want to cover it up now that I put that there, but I can use torn paper. So let me just grab something. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, this one, because I wanted to show you guys just something extra to do. So let me grab some paper. Now this tears very easily. Got some book page. We could glue that down. Just going to do it right on the paper. glue that down, and we'll leave the paper in there, move it around so that it doesn't stay closed in the inside. And then we'll go ahead and glue this down, this tea bag. I might want to put some lace or something though. Let me grab a piece of lace. I'm just grabbing what I have on my desk, you guys. Put some lace down there. This one is not staying, so we'll just do a little more glue. I should maybe use the Fabric-Fix, but I think it'll stick eventually. Okay, go ahead and take some glue, put a little extra on there. Okay. Now this is not completed. This is wet, so we will still embellish it a little bit more. And I'll have to glue the lace down a little better as well. So it doesn't stick, you'll want to just, oopsies, I ripped it a little on the bottom, I just ripped the bottom. So yeah, that's because I didn't have the paper folded. But you'll want to just loosen it up a little bit so you could take it out smoothly. I shouldn't have grabbed it from the bottom. Sorry, guys. It usually works a lot better than that. But let me just put this back on here. I think it's because I put the Decoupage gloss first. But no worries, we can fix all of this. This is how it goes in the craft room. All right, so that's just another example of a tea bag with a distressed tea bag, a used tea bag, and then we stamped on it, and then we glued some book page, and this would be a great embellishment in your journal as well. So I think we have a little more time. I can do another piece of paper. Maybe we should do the envelope. I think that would be great to do as well. So we'll go ahead and distress this envelope. I'm going to lay some glue down. Just like that. Okay. We'll take some more tea bag. I like this one, it's a little darker, so we'll go ahead and use that one. And if it hangs over, we can rip it off, tear it off, or we can just cut it off the bottom. Okay. I just love this. It brings such a beautiful vintage look to really any type of paper, any project that you're doing. And I think it's just a great way if you don't want to use inks or you want to reuse items in your house. It's just a great way to save your tea bags and do a project like this. Use up all your tea bags, sit down and make a ton of distressed papers, envelopes, index cards, book pages, and then you could cut them up, use them for embellishments, journal tags, and things like that. So of course you do have to let it dry in between, but look at that. It's kind of a grungy look. If you're going for like a grungy look, it'd be perfect for that as well. I actually do like to wait for this to dry to cut it off, so we'll go ahead and do that. But I love how it is embossed on the side, which we will leave, and then we will go ahead and decorate this. We can even put a beautiful fairy on there with a lace, a button, a flower. Your sky is the limit. So, and as well, you can stamp on this too. So I just think it's a great way to, you can just grab your tea bags, like I said, a bunch of tea bags, and start distressing a bunch of papers or envelopes and that sort of thing. It's just a great way to build up and save time and build up your stash for your junk journals or your crafting. I did want to do something else really quick. I want to do the watercolor paper. I want to see how that turns out. So let me let this set aside and dry. And we will play with a little bit of watercolor. I'm going to use this nickel color metallic. It says just add water. So I love these. I don't know if they sell them anymore, you guys. I'm sorry. So let me just get that out of the packaging. Okay. Go ahead and use one of these paintbrushes. Okay. So let's go ahead and dip my paintbrush in the water. What color should we use today? I love a little bit of gold. So we'll go ahead and use a little bit of that. Alright, so I'm just going to start like brushing a little bit of color all over the paper. Nothing fancy. Alright. I want to add some, let's see, green maybe? Or red. Maybe some of this red. I love these paints, the nickel colors. I'm not sure if anybody's used them before, but they are great. It's a great metallic-y color for these paints that I have now. And I have another set. There are different colors. They're great. I just love them so much. Not sure if the lighting is picking it up, but it's actually a little more bronzy. I don't have all my light lamps on right now as well, sorry. And you can still, you would be able to see the red a little bit better, so it's not really coming up as much. But it dries very, it does dry very quickly. Of course, you just saw a little puddling in my fingers, but now I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that tea bag on top of it. And usually I would wait for this to dry a little bit, but because for the sake of the video, I'm just doing this very quickly. And there you have it. You can see the color through it, and then it adds sort of like a vintage or distressed look to your paper, adds texture. And then you could still stamp on it or add other mediums to it as well afterwards. And there you have it, on watercolor paper, on top of watercolor. Adds a little bit of an effect. And of course, once everything's dry, it is going to look a little bit different, the coloring, and it will be able to show up a lot better. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed my video. I can show you what I'm going to do with these pieces in a later video if you'd like. Please let me know in the comments. Also, there's a lot of giveaways going on during this collaboration. Rach and Bella will have that list on their YouTube channel, and also a list of all the videos of everyone who is participating in this collaboration. So it's great. It's a great place to go if you are just catching up, to go to that playlist and check out everyone's videos. So if you'd like to be a part of the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, like, and comment on each of the creators' videos. I think there's about 21. I might be wrong, but all you have to do is go to that playlist or just go along with all the videos and watch the videos and like, comment, and subscribe, and then you will be entered into the giveaways that are going on. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, or just the way I show you how to distress paper with tea bags. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for stopping by. All right, bye-bye.